All right, hi. So I'm so sorry, it just got like cancelled. I don't know why. Just like some network issues. Anyway, check it. So let's start. So we use like 40% of 10% of 33% of 42,000. We're talking about this, okay? So I just repeated that 33 1 by 3% is basically one third, so it'll become 14,000. 10% will cancel a zero here, and 40% is just multiplying. So the answer in that case is 560. That's precisely it, okay? Uh, So one question you'll have on multiplication, one question you'll have squares, one question you'll have on percentage. Okay, one question you'll definitely have on something like square roots and cube roots. So let's talk about square roots and cube roots. Okay, so let's say I want to find out cube root of some number. All right, so let's say you want to find out here there's a question 1404928. Okay, so you want to find out the cube root of 1404928. Okay, you just make a partition after 1, 2, and 3 steps. You have 1404 behind and 928 at the 1404 in the front and 928 behind. Find the range of 1404 lies between 11 cube and 12 cube. So write the lower number down, 11. Okay, ends in 8, which means has to be 2. Remember one thing, finding cube roots is much easier than finding square roots. Okay, that's precisely a reason Hi. So I'm so sorry, it just got like cancelled. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm sure you can see it now. So 112 is the answer. 1404928 112. Keep in mind, cube roots are far easier. I mean, easier to find calculate than square roots because of one reason. If you notice, one cube ends in 1, 2 cube ends in 8, 3 ends in 7, 4 ends in 4, 5 ends in 5, 6 ends in 6, 7 ends in 3, 8 ends in 2, 9 ends in 9, and 10 ends in 0. All right. If you notice, every unit place is unique. And that is the reason finding cube roots is easy. So if I have an 8 behind, I'm dead sure about the fact that the cube root has to end in a 2. Okay, but this doesn't happen in the case of square roots. Okay, so we'll talk about square roots as well in a while. So got the point. So this is like cube roots. Okay, we just have to make a partition after 3 and find the range of the previous case. All right, let me just see if you're aware about the fact that I'm streaming again. Okay, so okay, no, not really, nobody's up here. Okay, but I've started streaming this. Okay, uh as in when you get time, you may just come and join this and just have a look. All right, let's move ahead. So let's talk about square roots. Okay, so I have 10404. Let's say, okay, let's say I have 10404. I want to find the square root of this number, or let's say any number for that matter, not necessarily 1040404. Let's say I have 11449. Okay, let's say I have something like this. Okay, I want to find the square root of this. So just in this case, because the square root, you'll make a partition after 2. Okay, you'll make a partition after 2. Okay, so I have 10404. I have 11449. I'll make partitions after 2. All right, so let's talk and make a partition after 2. Units place is 4. The square root can end in 2 or 8. Okay, that's the only thing here. In cube roots, you definitely know that it's 2. In square roots, however, you cannot say much. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Just let's not talk about unit space right now. Let's go to the number in front, 104. Now 104 lies between which two squares? Lies between 100 and 121, which is 10 square and 11 square. Write the lower number down, 10. Okay, now it ends in 4, so it can be 108 or it can be 102. Now how to decide that? Now some people have the stupidity, they find out 105 square and then go about it. Okay, don't do all that. Just look at 104. Who is it closer to, 121 or 100? Obviously it's closer to 100, so obviously the answer has to be close to 100, close to 10 square. Okay, close to 100 is 102. Look at this example. In that case, 11449, 114 lies also between 100 and 121. So that's why I took it to give 2 different examples of the same range, however. So I'll write 10 below because 10 square and 11 square. So I'll write 10. Ends in 9, so it can be 103 or 107. Okay, but 114 is close to which number? 121. So the answer has to be 107. Okay, and that's how we find out the square root of any number you want to. Okay, so square roots and cube roots, damn easy. Yeah, so let's talk. Yeah, where do you find a PDF form, Priya? You don't have to do anything. Just have to write your email ID, and I'll just give you the PDF. Don't worry about that. Okay, so all of you, I'm so sorry for the interruption. I think I just pressed this stop sharing button just in case. I don't remember. Okay, Might have just like my fist might have just pressed it. Anyway, so let's go ahead. So we talk further. So let's look at the sheet again. So now we have a question on square roots. Look at this question: 140401 and 1010 10404. We just found out it is 102. Let's find out for this guy. So like a partition here, like 404 lies between 20 square and 21 square. Okay. So the answer can be either 201 or 209, but we'll take 201 because this is closer to 400. Okay, so the answer is 201 and 102. You're supposed to add both of these guys, so you get 303. So 30.3 should be the answer. Okay, so we don't have that in the options, so no, we have that in the options as D, 30.3 in the answer. All right, so this is what makes BODMAS very simple, because the techniques that I teach you guys, okay, the techniques that we discuss at numbers, okay, all these techniques, okay, we talk about square roots, talk about cube roots, talk about squares, talk about multiplications, all these techniques that we learn at numbers, they help us really a lot, to get all these 5 questions correct, all these questions in place. Okay, that's precisely the advantage. Okay, one more thing, more than a technique, I'd like to recommend one method to you. Whenever you want to multiply a multiple of 5 with a even number, with an even number, do not actually go multiplying it. The even number has a 2 to grant. Okay, so I have a 2 granted, so I have 70 into 12. It's basically the rule of multiplication. You can just remove a 2 from here. 24 is 12, 12 and 2, and this 2 I can give to 35, making 70. Now this becomes easy because 12 sevens is 84, and we are very well aware of that, and 840. And that's why I think people, I mean, you guys, you have a lot of calculation, like time consuming calculation kind of a thing in your head. That calculation is too much time consuming. Don't worry about it henceforth. Okay, so calculation is never time consuming. All that you got to do is just make sure you arrange the numbers in a proper manner. So for example, if we had a 48 into 12, I won't multiply 48 into 12. I say it is 12 square into 2 square. Now how? 48 is what? 12 fours. I have 12 here. 4 is 2 square. So it is 24 square. That is 576. I'll do all this mentally. Okay. I'll do all this mentally. 48 into 12 is as good as this. Okay. So let's say I have something like 25 into 36 into 6. Okay, so I know that 25 is a number which will be very happy if it gets a 4. Okay, so it'll be 100. So basically it'll be 9 6 54 and 00. Okay, now how do you get this? 36 gave a 4 to it, so I'm left with 9 here. 9 6 is a 54 and a 00, which is formed because of this guy. All right, so that easy a question. Okay, so keep in mind BODMAS is going to be very easy. Okay, yeah, everybody will get the PDF. Please make sure you drop your mail IDs. Priyanka, you also get a PDF. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right, let's go to the BODMAS question in that case. Now, BODMAS question, what is the approximate value should come in the place of question mark? You're not expected to calculate the actual value. Keep that in mind. You're not expected to calculate the actual value, which means you can play around the way you want to. Okay, like a start. Let's take an example. 75000's cube root. So 75, not 000, actually 4 times 0. Okay, so I'll remove these 3 first. I'm left with 750. Now 3 I removed because it's cube root. Okay. Now 750 is slightly more than 729. 729, as you all know, is 9's cube. So the answer has to be 93. Okay. Now next one is even more beautiful. I've solved this in one of the previous videos. 18.999 into 12.005 into 25.998. So 18.999. I'll say it is 18.99. I write down 18.999 into 25.998 into 12.005. Okay, now ideally you're supposed to do this 19 and do this 26 and do this 12. I don't do it that way. Okay, this is not my way at all. Okay, so what I do is I make sure that the numbers are very comfortable, to calculate with. So like this, so now this goes here, this gives a 4 to this guy and makes it 00. So 3 into 18 is 54. We have 5400. Answer will be slightly above 5400 because I've ignored a 0.99, which is approximately 1, and 0.99, which is again approximately 1. So slightly above 5400 is 5920, and that is the answer. Okay, let's take the next one. 11.5% of 666. Okay, 11 point, beautiful question. So 11.5% of 666 into 18.3%. How to remember square root up till 15? Any technique? Yeah, I have a technique. Don't have to remember square roots. It's so stupid. Hi sir, as you said yesterday, change my strategy. वो बोल दिया ना तूने, कितने बार बोलेगा? The remainder dividing 2003 raised to 2002 plus 2001 raised to. अरे रे 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 छी छी छी. Okay, we'll solve that. We'll solve that. Zeel Mehta will solve it out. Just a minute. 11.5% of 666 into 18.3% of 888. Okay, into 18.3% of 888. Okay. Now what I'll do here is, what is percentage? Ultimately multiplication divided by 100, obviously. Okay, so I can say it is 11.5 divided by 100 into 666, whatever. But you know that, so you believe that. Okay, now I'll just remove a 0.5 because I have reduced something here. I'll increase something here, so I'll make it 11% of 700. Okay, into same here, I'll reduce 0.3 here and I'll increase that 900. Okay, 18%. 0 0 cancels, 0 0 cancels. I have 11 into 7 into 18 into 9. Okay, now I have 11 sevens are 77. Make it 80. 80 into 18 into 9. Okay, I can say 18 eights are how much? 18 eights are, you know, 18 eights are. It's okay if you don't know 18 eights are. You can just like calculate 8 nines are and say 72 into 20. Okay, I have a 0 obviously. So this becomes 1440. Okay, and that's how it's done. So I have another 0, by the way, 14400. Okay, because obviously you have to like 11 7 18 and 9. When we did this 80 and this was like 18 nines and this is 72, that's fine. I'm just checking for one more 0 if in case. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So the answer has to be around 14,000, but slightly more than 14, slightly less than 14,000. Okay, because I'll tell you why less than 14,000. The 77 we did 80, then 72 it's fine, but 18 with 20, so slightly less than 14,000, so around 13,000 something. Okay, 12,000 something. Yeah, 12,446 is the answer precisely. Okay, so you actually, when you have approximation, you do it in this manner. Like, yeah, day before yesterday somebody asked me a question, what is 1.14 into 1.15 into 1.17? I said remove 4 7 and 5 and you have the answer as 1331. Decimal will be here. Since you've ignored certain things, 1.3 should be the answer. Actually 1.5 something. Okay, and the options will be like, see the options, they have poles apart, they're like 1000 2000 away from each other. Okay, same 2898 divided by 2. So when I have 2898 divided by 22 divided by 2. Okay, so that divided by 2 will become multiply by 2. Okay, so 2898 will basically be 2898 I can say 2900. Not a worry at all. Okay, 2900 is double. I mean, just doubling it will give 5800 upon 22. All right, now you want to play around with numbers, you can actually play around. You can say it's 2900 again by 11. So you just basically cancel this 2 and say it's 11. Okay, precisely. But I don't think it's that way because okay, let's see what the answer comes to be. So 11 and 29 is around 200 and something. Yeah, 200 and something should be the answer. 263 or 278. What do you choose? 263. I just divide and check. So I have just like 2 and you have 7 remainder. Yeah, 63. Correct. 263 is the answer in that case. This is the best one. Again, 4321 upon 1234 plus 7265 upon 1877. Okay, just cancel these numbers, just cancel these last two. CET, you cancel last two. Cat, I recommend cancel only the last one. 1243 by 12 is around 3 point something because 12 3 is 36 and 72 is 4, so 7 point something. But since we've cancelled, we actually increased values, so the answer has to be 7, and that's precisely it. Yeah, that's like your approximation and BODMAS when it comes to things. Okay, yeah, I will do that. Rahul, Priyanka, I'll do that too. Yeah, Zeel, let's talk. Find the remainder when it is 2003 by 2002. I'll write the question down. 2003 raised to 2002. Oh my god. Plus 2001 raised to 2002. Plus 2001 raised to 2002. Plus 2002 raised to 2003. 2002 raised to 2003 is divided by 5. Okay, now it's divided by 5, right? So, am I right? Question is correct. Yeah, it's divided by 5. Now, when I divide a number by 5, just check for last place. That's it. Okay. So, it's going to be 3 raised to 2 kind of 9 plus 1 will always end in 1. and plus 2 raised to 3 kind of is 8. So 17 and 1 18. So the remainder is going to be 3. Yeah. So last digit itself. You just have to find the last digit and that should be enough. Okay. Let's talk further. Remainder when 2 raised to 89 is divided by 89. Okay. These are all cat rules, by the way. Okay. But they won't be asked in CET, but just in case, if you want to know such things and stuff, you want the answers to satisfy your pangs. Okay. The answer is 89 is a prime number. Any number raised to a prime number divided by the same prime number gives a remainder of the same number. So the remainder is 2. Okay. Yeah. So you can actually check 2 raised to 5 by 5, 32 by 5, remainder 2. Okay. Any number raised to a prime number divided by the prime number gives the same number. This is Fermat's little theorem on remainders. Okay. Fermat's little theorem on remainders. All right. So let's move ahead. Let's talk further. So somebody has asked me, do you have a technique for square roots? Square roots have a beautiful technique. Let's say I want a square root of 7. Okay, all you do is 700. Now 700 lies between which two squares? 7 lies between which two squares? Lies between 26 square and 27 square. This method will give you the answer of square roots like 100% accuracy. It is correct till the first decimal. And we're finding and interested only in the first decimal. Okay, root of 7 lies between 700. First make it 700. This will definitely give you correct. Even if you use a calculator right now, you'll get the same answer as the first decimal. Okay, lies between 26 square and 27 square. Lower number with the decimal point is the answer. 2.6 something will be the square root of 7. Okay, let's try to find a square root of 8. So we'll just do 800. Find out which two numbers square 800 lies in between. Now that is another issue. So it lies 28 square and 29 square. The lower number with a decimal is the answer. So square root of 8 is 2.8 something. All right. Square root of 11, let's say. 11 is as good as 1100. Okay. 1100 lies between which two squares? 32 square is 1024. And 33 square is 1089. So still not in 32 and 33. 34 square is 1156. So it lies between 33 square and 34 square. And that's the answer. 11 square root is actually 3.3 something. Yeah. First decimal, you'll get a correct answer. On a journey across Bombay, a tourist bus averages 10 for 20% distance, 30 for 60, and 20 for remainder. Find the average of whole journey. Oh shit. Okay. 10 kilometers for the first 20%, 30 kilometers for 60%, and 20 for the remainder. Remainder is basically 20%. Now, there's a way to calculate. You've seen time and work, obviously. I mean, time and work techniques and stuff. You can refer to my videos of time and work just in case if my team has uploaded them. But still, I'll explain this to you. You have 10 kilometers, you have 60 kilometers, and you have 20 kilometers for the remainder. Okay. Now, there's a technique that we use for average speed. Okay. What you normally do is, okay, 20%, 60%, and I'll write them down to 20%, 60%, 60, 60%, 30 for 60%. Sorry, this is 30. So there are speeds, then 10, 30, and 20, and 60% is here, and the remainder is 20%. Now the technique for average speed is 1 by 5. This is 3 by 5. This is 1 by 5 again. What you do is you reverse and multiply. So you reverse multiply, get 50. Reverse the ratio and multiply, get 5 by 3 into 5 by 3 is going to be 50 again. And this will be 100. Now do the time and work way. So if 50, 50, 100 is the number of days taken. So you get 100 as the LCM, 2, 2, and 1. This is going to be 100 by 5, which is 20 kilometers an hour. That is your average speed. Fine. That's simple. Yeah. So 100 by 5 is 20 kilometers an hour. That's precisely it. Can you please upload a separate video on SI and CI? I have a video on SI, Rahul, if I'm not wrong. CI, I'm not aware. I'm not aware, honestly. Okay. Peak concurrent is 11. Pretty cool. Okay. We anyway are 20 minutes now up. And for the lecture. So tomorrow we'll probably play Holi. We'll not keep any classes. We'll not, no lectures tomorrow, no live sessions tomorrow. Live sessions will be now directly on Monday. Because now it's a Saturday, Sunday again. So we'll have a thing again. All right. Okay. Let's take it ahead. Let's move ahead. So yeah, so got an idea. I'm sure the average speed, all that I got to do is to, I'll give you one more example. Let's say half the journey you travel at 20, half at 40. Find the average. Since you travel half at 20 and half at 40, just double them, 40, 80, and then write the LCM, write this down. So 80, 80, and this is 2 and 1. This is 8. Yeah, average speed will be 80 by 3, precisely. All right, because average speed is all about harmonic mean. All right, so I hope that doubt is pretty clear. Now, Sneha, I'm sure you're clear with that. Okay, so anyone else wants to ask me questions on certain things like BODMAS and approximations, you can. The very stupid topic. So let's take an approximation question. I'll only give you a nice question approximation. Let's discuss. Let's say if we have 27.3 into 68.5 plus 67.6 uh, raised to 2. Okay, what is the approximate answer? Now 27.3, 68.5, we can actually say it's 27 and 70. 67.6 and 70 square. You can actually do this much modification of the data and still get the same correct answer. Okay, as somebody who would have actually multiplied these things and done it. Okay, so whenever you see in DI also such questions, let's say for example you have something like this 1 2 3 4 in year 1. Okay, year 2 you have whatever, year 3 you have whatever, and total they've given to you as 7 6 8 9. Okay, and they ask you year 1 is how much percent of the final total. So you just do this 1 2 3 4 upon 7 6 8 9. Check with the options, it's 12 by 76. Now options will be very far away. Okay, so 12 is as good as 12 by 72 because 72 is a multiple of 12. So 1 by 6. Now 1 by 6 is 16, 2 by 3. But since you have decreased the numerator, your answer has inflated. So the answer will be slightly less than 16. So the option, if you see 15%, and that would be the answer for sure. Yeah. So don't worry. In such cases, no examination can expect you to find out the accurate answer. They'll always say what approximate percentage is 1 out of total. Okay. Yeah, I'll be taking matrix arrangements as soon as possible. Don't worry. But not today. Today is just meant for BODMAS and what do you say? BODMAS and approximations and whatever math. Okay. A and B run a race, sorry. The A wins by 60. If B and C runs a race, B wins by 30. At what is the time taken by C? If A and B run a race, A wins by 60. In A and B, B and C runs the race. I mean, I think it's an incomplete question. You either ask me how much time does A beat C by, something like that. It makes sense. So on Monday, yeah, we'll do that on Monday. Yeah, can you take some questions on arrangement? I take 6 minutes to solve them. Okay. Chocoholic dude, you take 6 minutes to solve them. Okay. Yeah, I'll be taking a question on definitely. I have a dedicated day for caselets. Don't worry. 1 day for caselets, 1 day for visual reasoning. So I've told you that yesterday as well. Okay, we'll take one day each of both the things. Okay. Yep. So I think no more. Yeah, when the integers 1 to 9 and 9 written on paper, the number of zeros used in writing is okay. Okay. Zila, you like referring to some cat book or something, like getting such questions. 1 to 999. Okay. 999. You're writing 1 to 999. The number of times you see a zero. The number of times you see a zero in this case will be okay. So where do you have a zero? You have a zero in 10, 20, 30. You'll count like that over. Obviously not. So zeros can come where all. Okay. Zeros can come at the last place, second last place, and first place zero cannot come because it's a 3-digit number. Okay, so first place cannot be a zero. If it is a zero in the first place, it's not a 3-digit number, it becomes a 2-digit number. Basically, zero in the first place is a value. Zero can be in the last place. So if zero is in the last place, what are the possibilities here? You can just count that. Then you count for zeros in the center place, what are the possibilities here? And that should be enough. Okay, so yeah, we're considering the possibilities where 0 0 and 0 0 come. So that is just like 9 possibilities, 100 to 900. Okay, that we can reduce because we're counting them in both. Okay, pretty ordinary, right? Pointing to a girl in photograph, Amar said her mother's brother is the only son of my mother's father. Okay, her mother's brother is the only son of my mother's father. Her mother's brother is the only son of my mother's father. So you start from behind all the time. My mother's father. So you start from here. My mother's father. Who's your mother's father? Your mother's father is your grandfather. Okay, maternal grandfather. Okay, and her mother's who's that guy? Her mother's brother is the only son of my mother's father. So the only son of your mother's father. The only son of your mother's father is going to be your maternal uncle. Only son of your grandfather is your uncle. Okay, and her mother's brother. Who's your maternal uncle? Her mother's brother. So who's this guy? Her mother's brother. So if her mother's brother is your maternal uncle, which means her mother's brother is also your mother brother, which means basically your brothers and sisters. Yeah. How is the girl's mother Amar? She is mom. Okay. The girl's mother is mom. Yeah. Make it like that. Okay. Yeah. So in that case, we have A beats B in 60 seconds. B beats C in 30 seconds. So A beats B C in 90 seconds. Done. Timing is just to be added. That's it. Because if A is 60 ahead of B and B is 30 ahead of C, A is definitely 90 ahead of C. All right. So this is time thing. Okay. Yeah. We can talk about races in specific. When I talk about distances, things change. Okay. So for example, if I have ABC in a 100-meter race, A beats B by 10 meters. In the same 100-meter race, B beats C by 20 meters, which means the A is at 100, B is at 90. But when B is at 100, C is at 80. So you just find out that how much distance will A beat C. So now you just make something like this, a table like this. This place is empty, right? This place is found by cross multiplying. So 8 into 9, 90 into 80 by 100, 0 cancels, 72. So when A is at 100, C is at 72. So A beats C by 28 meters. That's simple. Okay. Just write the names down, write the distances down, and whatever is missing because of help using the help of these three guys, find this and done. All right. Give us a practice sheet on BODMAS and approximation. Yeah, I will. I will definitely. I will be mailing you something, but not a practice sheet. You can actually, if you have my mocks, you have a lot of mocks. I mean, you can get those things in the mocks itself. Yeah. So chilling people today. I mean, tomorrow's Holi. I think a lot of people haven't they like BODMAS and this is very easy. We've done it a lot of times and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I think I rest my case here. I'll just need your mail IDs. I've got a few mail IDs. I've got your mail IDs completely. Like, I mean, I have some, everybody's in fact. So I'll just add you. I'll just give you the access to that group. Okay. And that group will have today's handout, that this one that I'm discussing. Okay. This one. This has some 70 questions on math, more than enough to finish everything of math. Okay. So don't worry. If it's not 70, actually 60 questions. Okay. It's more than enough to finish off the entire quant. Okay. Also, I'll be mailing you yesterday's sheet and everything. Okay. Let's just talk about one last thing. So I'm sure. So these are the following important things for BODMAS. Number one, squares. Number two, cubes, square roots and cube roots. Number four, percentages. Number five should be multiplication. Do this diligently. This will give you 5 marks. And approximation question, keep in mind you can approximate the way you want to. It is yours. Play with it. Okay. Enjoy yourself. Don't worry about it. Okay. You get 5 marks straight here. Nobody can go wrong here. Okay. Is it that anybody, I mean, whoever attempts this takes a longer time. Okay. And that's what I don't want. So something like if you have 19 and 39, don't worry to do it this way. 800, slightly less than that. All right. Understand that? So don't worry about it. Okay. So whenever you have an approximation question, this is what you do. All right. Probability of getting a 10 in a single throw on 3 fair dice is that is I had a similar doubt asked by somebody. I forgot. Okay. It's the same thing. It's not needed for you. It's not required. It's not achievable in a way for something like CET examiners. Okay. CET examiners will not write such a question. Okay. Because this is like a very higher math called combinatorics, and you have a number of the second level Chebyshev number of, I think, Chebyshev number of second level, which will help you finding that in like 1 second. Okay, mailed. Fine, thank you. Pointing to a photograph, man tells his friend she's the daughter of the only son of a father's wife. So I'll start with here. My father's wife. Who's your father's wife? Your mother. Only son of your mother. Who's the only son of your mother? Yeah. I'll add you. What's your mail ID, by the way? Just mail me your mail ID. I'm so sorry. I'm solving Zeal's doubt for a while. My father's wife. Who's your father's wife? Your mother. The only son of your mother. Who's your mother? Your brother. Okay. Just in case. Or yourself. Okay. A man tells his friend. That's why the only son of my father's wife is obviously you yourself, because a man is saying so. She's the daughter of. So who's that? She's your daughter. Done. How is the girl related to the man? Daughter. Explain different concepts of average mixtures and alligations in 5 minutes if possible. Sneha, you can actually refer back to my lecture on mixtures and allegations. I'm going to be uploading that tomorrow or day after. It's a dedicated lecture on that. Yeah, I'll add you. I'll add everybody. Okay, so got that point. So don't be so don't hesitate in actually generalizing this approximation rules. Okay, so this topic, that's why I told you it's a very small topic. That's why I said I'll take it only for an hour. Comes for 10 marks total. Okay, now 10 marks, you like, you know, something that you don't want to lose at all. Okay, so you get 10 on 10. See, also try to make a graph like this. Okay, high speed, high accuracy. Okay, basically the x-axis will say speed, the y-axis will say accuracy. Okay, so you just make sure that all your areas come in this way. Okay, high speed, high accuracy. This zone is called high speed, high accuracy zone. This zone is called high speed, low accuracy zone. This zone is called low speed, low accuracy zone. This is called low speed, high accuracy zone. Okay, so our motto is to get everything here. Okay, you have a lot of areas where speed is low and your accuracy is also like for a toss. Okay, you have areas where speed is high but the accuracy is low, for example DS. Okay, you make this graph and send it to me in the mail before this Monday, because from Monday onwards we are going to do something else altogether, and that's going to be so helpful to everybody who wants a JB admission. Okay, because from Monday onwards we're going to be discussing, I'm going to be online most probably, and we're going to be discussing the doubts of the others. I'm going to show you what have the others drawn here, high speed, high accuracy. What were last year students high speed, high accuracy graph like? I'm going to display it to you on YouTube itself, so you don't have to actually travel down anywhere. Okay, probability question was given in CET 2014. I don't think so. If somebody is telling that to you, it's probably just lying. Okay, uh, otherwise, because it's a memory based paper, so it is not possible, because if you have to actually find out 10, and you have to find in three manners adding 10, this will take not so much time, I'm sure. Okay, yeah, in that case you can actually go for something like this: a plus b plus, because the dice, right? A plus b plus c is 10, and do non-negative solutions. Okay, so non-negative solutions, but your set limit: a cannot go beyond 6, b cannot go beyond 6, c cannot go beyond 6. Okay, and it's a mixture of everything, so, and nothing can go beyond 6, by the way. So that's pretty straightforward. So in that case you have to set a limit. So first you have to set a limit of 6 first. So you have a plus b plus c is 4 in that case, where a is violating the condition. So the ideal solution is 12c2. Here it's going to be 6c2, and since 6c2 you have 3 times, it's going 3 into 6c2. Now 12c2 is 12, 11 by 2, which is 66. 6c2 is 65 by 2, which is 15, and 3s are 45. Okay, 66 minus 45 is going to be 21, and that is the answer. Okay, now this is like a CAT concept. Now all the CAT students of mine who are there in the group right now, they might know what I'm talking about. This is like the limiting condition of 6 and then violating them 6. Okay, so it's like a non-negative solution. You cannot just like do it easily, otherwise you'll have to just keep biatting. This is what I'm talking about, the second level, the number of second level you have to biat. Okay, that's just try avoiding this. Okay, dude chocoholic at gmail.com. What is wrong with you? Anyway, don't keep such mail IDs, please, guys. Okay, don't try to like, like it gives a bad impression, because JB will be like profile calling people as well. So when you have, at least don't submit this. I'm sure whoever it is like will be sensible enough. Okay, if not, I'm just telling you that please do that. Okay, so that way Sneha Savant, you can do it that way if you want to. It's gonna be 21, but this is not something that you should be wasting time on. Okay, just for like very unlikely to be asked in CET. Okay, anyway, so let's move ahead. Let's talk about Manisha. Yeah, Manisha, I'll be mailing you too. Okay, all right, so yeah, so coming back, so this is like a 10 marker. Okay, so you cannot miss that. So I'm going to be showing this to you, like how the others have given me the accuracy graph and the speed graph. How have they given me? How is these the guys who made it to JB, how have they done it? Okay, and that should be great, I'm sure. Okay, so okay, yeah, that's a nice okay. All right, so that's it, guys, for today. I think we'll just have to like wind up now. Okay, I'll just give you a last moment tip, which is okay. Let's talk about what we're gonna do in future. Okay, so tomorrow we'll not keep any class. Saturday Again, Saturday and Sunday I'm occupied, so we'll have a class on Monday directly now. Okay, online lecture. I'll go live at 9 p.m. on Monday. Okay. On Monday we'll do matrix arrangement, caselets, whatever you call it. Okay, etc. etc. Then on Tuesday we would be doing the same 9 p.m. again, and then Tuesday we'll be doing visual reasonings, and that should be one of the last classes of mine. Then on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we'll take it ahead from there, and let's see how things work. Okay. All right. So yeah, about the JB special batch, haven't like literally mailed everybody, but I have made a couple of them. Okay. Uh, yeah. So expect mails by this weekend because I need a JB special batch only for 5 days. Only for 5 days, I want to guide them and tell them what to do exactly. Okay. So I just need 5 days of yours as a special batch. And yes, JB special batch will be a private event on YouTube. Okay. It'll be a private event, so it'll be only viewed by all of us. Okay, we'll be discussing things. Okay, so we'll be announcing all that as we move ahead. Okay, so that's it for now. I hope you got the point. Thank you very much. Had a nice time. I'll repeat this. Whoever hasn't given me the mail IDs, please give me mail ID. I'll just share the drive with you immediately. As soon as I stop the broadcasting, I'll just share it with you. Okay. I hope you had a nice time. Not uh, not a like very content kind of class, but it was a small topic and I had to touch upon it because a lot of you don't know what square roots and cube roots and all those things are. All right. uh, how to solve the question in which we are asked to what will come in the place of a, b, c, etc. What is that? I don't know what is that question. What will come in the place of a, b, c? Like you're talking about series questions precisely. Maybe. Okay. I will touch upon series 2 in some one of the logic classes. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Have brilliant Holi. Enjoy yourself. Play safe. Okay. Thank you. See you. Good night.